Hi everybody, welcome to Get Shit Done's Tactical Thursday. My name is Cindy VA and I am an online business manager, and I also work with startup solopreneurs to set up foundations and systems for their business to sustain them for success so that you can continue to build and build without getting overwhelmed. And you can create more income and get more clients, etc., etc., etc. All the good stuff that we're in this business for, right? So today I'm going to talk a little bit about WordPress, because I know that setting up a website is one of the things that kind of overwhelms most solo startups, and that can be a bit technical. So a lot of people try to go to the easy route with a Wix site or a Squarespace site. And I really don't recommend using any of those platforms, simply because with WordPress, you have more control over what you create. So you have more design control, you have better options on integrations, on how to accept payments, and WordPress you can really grow your website and your business from, whereas a Wix or Squarespace site tend to be very stifled in the options that you have with them. So definitely recommend WordPress, and you want to make sure that if you are going with WordPress that you're using WordPress.org and not WordPress.com. There is a big difference. WordPress.com is a very basic blogging platform that doesn't have the options and the integrations that WordPress.org has. So with WordPress.org, you need to get a hosting platform. So I personally use Bluehost. I think it works great. I think their customer service is great. A lot of people have different opinions on that. I choose to use Bluehost, so I'm just going to talk about what I use. You're definitely welcome to research other options. So I've set up a simple, basic WordPress hosting, Bluehost hosting platform, and from that cPanel, what I can do is just install WordPress. So WordPress.org is actually something that you download to your computer, and then you install it onto your hosting cPanel. So once that's done, then you can go into the back end of your WordPress.org website and start building it out. So the first thing you need to do is figure out what kind of theme you'd like to use. The next thing you need to do is figure out which plugins to use, and then from there you can start designing and creating the platform that you wish. So first of all, the theme. I recommend Divi. It's what I use for my website and for any clients that I've built websites for. Divi is very user-friendly. There is a lot of documentation and tutorials out there for it, and I find that the Divi visual builder is really simple to use, and it's really nice to be able to, when you make a change over here, you can see the change as it happens, so you know exactly what you're building. I find it really simple to use. There are a lot of visual builders out there. I prefer Divi. I just find it to be the easiest to use and the most, user-friendly, and I'm all about simple, right? So the next thing, after you've got your theme chosen, now you need to start installing some plugins. And there are millions of plugins to choose from. So how do you decide which ones are best? So throughout the process of developing several different websites and my own website, I've learned a lot about which plugins to use and which ones to stay away from. So I've compiled a list of the plugins that I use on my website just to keep it simple. So I work dual screen, so if I'm looking up, that's why. I'm looking at my checklist on my other screen, on my Trello board, of course. So the first couple of plugins that are really important is, number one, anti-spam. So anti-spam basically prevents people from being able to spam your website with crappy comments and links to their sites and porn, all that nasty stuff that you don't want anything to do with. So when you're uploading plugins, all you need to do is just go add new, and then type in the search box for anti-spam. That will come up, and it's a white background with little red @ signs on it. You just install it and activate it, and you're done. That will take care of everything spam for you on your website. Now, the next really important thing is security. Hacking is a real deal these days, and so you want to install something that's going to keep your website secure. So I use WordFence Security for that one. And again, you install it the same way. You just search and you find WordFence Security. WordFence is all one word, and that will come up, and you just install that. And there is a bit of setup to it. I think I'll probably do another live another time with the WordFence setup that I use, because I find that to be a little bit complicated, but it's really not if you know which settings to use. So the next one you want to install is called One-Click Child Theme. And what this does is it basically creates a mirror of the theme that you're using, so that when you're making changes to the appearance and changes and adding pages and doing all sorts of fun stuff, it's actually editing the child theme and not your regular theme. So if anything ever goes wrong, you can just work in the child theme and it won't affect your website's quality or systems or how it works. So I definitely recommend using a child theme without getting too technical on you. Just trust me, just use it. The next one you want to install is called Yoast SEO, and that's spelled YOAST, and you want to make sure that you're using that one. It helps with SEO, so search engine optimization. It helps the search engines find your website, which is what we want, right? We want people to be able to find you. The next one is a coming soon page and maintenance mode by SeedProd. So this is one that I use if I'm ever doing some major maintenance on my website, or as I'm building a website, I can put up that coming soon page. And it's not only just for appearance's sake, but it actually helps with SEO, because the search engines are always looking, and if they see that something's coming soon, then they're going to earmark that so that they keep coming back to check to see what's coming. Maintenance mode, same thing. It really helps with SEO. Disable comments is the next plugin that you'll want to install, and this basically eliminates the possibility for people to comment on your home page, your about page. The only place that you really want comments to come in is on your blog. So you can set it so that they can't comment on anything except your blog, which is really helpful. The next thing you want to do is install WP Retina 2X, and this just helps to keep images working on all platforms. So whether you're on a desktop computer, a laptop, a tablet, or a mobile phone, it just really works to make sure that your images are showing up correctly. Next one is WP Super Cache, and this caches things on your website. So one of the most important things with websites is fast loading time. And if it's not loading quickly, people just go away. We want instant gratification in this world today. And so I find a lot of people, if a website doesn't load quick, you're out. You don't care anymore. So WP Super Cache helps speed up your website. The next one is Google Analytics for WordPress by Monster Insights. This just helps you give you a clearer understanding of where traffic is coming from, what's working for you, which blog posts work. It's just a way to analyze the performance of your website. Also super helpful. The next one is Smush Image Compression and Optimization. I use this to downsize the size of my images in order to increase, again, the speed of my website. Super helpful. I also, just to have a few little extra perks in my WordPress site, I have a Pinterest Pin It button on Image Hover plugin. So basically any image that's in my blog posts, it's got that little pin it button on there, so people, when they're reading my blog, can actually pin any image from my blog post. Super helpful for social sharing. The next one is Ninja Forms. I also use Gravity Forms, but Gravity Forms is a paid plugin. So until you're ready, Ninja Forms works really well. It's a free plugin, and it allows you to create that contact form on your site that is required by law, and it allows people to be able to contact you directly via email. The next one is Pretty Links. So a lot of people create standalone sales pages or different forms, or they'll create some sort of page that's separate from their website. But you want to have a URL that looks like it's branded and it comes from your site. So Pretty Links allows you to create custom URLs that are based on your domain name. So mine is managerofcreativegenius.com. So I can go in there, and if I create, say, a Convertkit form that isn't hosted on my website, I could go in there and drop that URL for that Convertkit form into Pretty Links and create a custom URL that says perhaps Manager of Creative Genius /social, or sorry, daily-action. That just happens to be my social media freebie if you want it. The next one is Better Click to Tweet. And so this one you can use in your blog posts. If you have I like to call them tweetables. If you write something that's really memorable, or you really want people to use, it's super powerful, you can create it as a tweetable. So I'm sure you've seen this in other blog posts where it's kind of boxed off and it has quotes around it and the little Twitter bird, whatever that is, the tweet, I don't know what it's called. But basically it allows people to tweet that quote directly out to their Twitter profile. I'm not a Twitter user, so I just don't know all the lingo. But this really works really well, again, for social sharing. And then the next couple of plugins are, again, optional. I am a huge advocate of Convertkit. I'm an affiliate for Convertkit. So having the Convertkit plugin is a no-brainer for me. And it integrates all of my Convertkit forms and landing pages into my website, which is super helpful, obviously, for building my list and driving traffic. And the last one is Pixel Your Site. It's a handy little tool for those pesky little Facebook ads. So Facebook ads can be super complicated, and getting that pixel onto your sites can be a bit technical and a bit challenging. Pixel Your Site takes all of the headache out and just does it for you. Super helpful if you're planning on doing Facebook ads. So that's my basic system for doing a basic WordPress setup. And once you've done all that and set up and done all the settings on those plugins, then you can start designing your site. So I did promise a little productivity hack at the end of this video, and it's called the Pomodoro Technique. And it's funny, the Pomodoro Technique actually came from a kitchen timer that's shaped like a tomato, and so they called it Pomodoro. But it's basically a way to do truly focused work and not be distracted, and to be more productive. So it depends on your task and what you need to get done. A lot of people like to do 25-minute Pomodoros. I recommend doing 50-minute Pomodoros, and to do 3 Pomodoros per day. If you're doing 25 minutes, then I would make that number bigger. But basically, it allows you to get more work done in 3 hours than most people do all day, because you don't have the distractions. You're turning off your notifications. You're not checking your email. You're not scrolling on Facebook. You're dedicating an hour, 50 minutes, to dedicated, focused work. So if you have 3 things to do, say you have some client work to do, and then you have some content creation to do, and then you have some studying to do. So there's your 3 Pomodoros for the day. So you're going to block that off depending on which is priority. I always recommend doing the most prioritized one first. So let's say client work is priority, content creation is second priority, and education is third priority, just for the sake of this video. So your first Pomodoro, 50 minutes, you're going to turn off all your notifications, you're going to close Facebook, you're going to close your email, and you're going to go into your client portal, wherever that might be, whatever you're doing, and you're going to set a timer for 50 minutes. And you're going to put your head down and get shit done. When that timer goes off, you're going to stop working. You're done client work for the day, or for that Pomodoro, and you're going to get up from your desk and you're going to move around, whether that be dancing, petting the cat, taking a walk, getting a drink of water. I don't care what it is, just take a break. And if you're doing 50 minutes of work, I would recommend a 10-minute break. If you're only doing a 25-minute Pomodoro, I would recommend a 5-minute break. So that gets you up and moving, gets the blood flow going again, allows you to transition into the next thing that you need to do, and it just kind of gives you that break. Human beings are not designed to sit at their desk hour after hour after hour without getting up. We're not even designed to sit at a desk anyways, but that's besides the point. So if you're taking that break and moving around, it allows your body to adjust, and then you can come back and start again fresh. So then you come back to your next Pomodoro after that 10 or 5-minute break. So the next Pomodoro is your content creation. So again, you're going to turn off your notifications. You're going to get off of Facebook if you were checking Facebook during your break, which you shouldn't be doing anyways. Then you're going to sit down again, open up whatever it is you use to create content, and for 50 minutes, you're going to put your head down and you're going to get shit done. And then when that timer goes off, boom, you're done. You walk away, you get up, you take a break. You repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And then once you're done that, you're done your second break, then you come back and you do your third, and you sit down again with no notifications and you do your education piece. So you learn whatever skill set it is you need to learn. Perhaps within that 50 minutes, if you have time, you can implement some of that education if it's applicable, and then you take another break. Now this last break is going to be longer. I want it to be at least 30 minutes for a 25-minute Pomodoro, and at least an hour for a 50-minute Pomodoro. So you're going to get up and walk away completely. Go for a walk, get some exercise, have some lunch, do your thing and take a break. I schedule a nap in that time. I do all sorts of fun stuff. I go for walks, I do yoga, I get some reading done. It all depends on my mood and where I'm at on that day and what my Pomodoros are. So that's your 3 sets of Pomodoros. Now you can choose to come back after your 1 hour break and do that cycle again, or you can be done for the day. It's all up to you and where your energy lies. But this technique works super well for getting shit done, staying focused, and keeping your energy up throughout the day. So I hope that helps. I hope everybody will come and join me on Monday for Marketing Mondays, where I'm going to be talking about who knows what about marketing. I'm sure I'll come up with something over the weekend. That is at 1 p.m. on Monday, Pacific Standard Time, in the same place on this business page. So I hope you have a great day, have a spectacular weekend, and go get shit done.